Good morning. It's a beautiful day. A really beautiful day, actually. No sarcasm this time. It's the day after the typhoon. The typhoon hit around 1 a.m. So pretty early, and it only lasted maybe about 2 hours. It didn't hit us directly. We were kind of in the path of it. But I wanted to show you guys something because I'm at the house right now. We were driving up the coast, and this is my first time witnessing the cleanup efforts of Typhoon. Usually, I'm in the city side because that's where my house is. All the basket boats are still on the sidewalk, so I kind of have to walk in the street to get around them. But I'm usually on the city side, and the winds are still strong over there, but the things that fly around are like store signs and a couple of branches and things like that. But because we're at the beach, all the mud, well, I guess it's sand, but sand mixed with water is mud, got kicked up, dumped onto the streets. A lot of debris was flying around. And this is my first time actually witnessing how crazy the mess gets and what it looks like, what a cleanup efforts that the city puts in. Also, it's just such a nice day, and I haven't gone for a walk in like a really, really long time. So this is just an excuse to enjoy this weather. Man, look at this. You never would have guessed that we just had a typhoon. It's always the day after the typhoon is like the best weather. All right, we're coming up on the first area. So we got the basket boats here, but you can kind of see here on the sidewalk what I mean by mud. There's all the sand that got kicked up. It's really warm today, so a lot of it has dried. So it's easier to scoop up. But you see the city people, you see the military. Everyone's kind of helping clean up. You can see on the sidewalk here, usually none of this is covered in sand. This guy got full of water. You see a lot of trash as well. Like a lot of trash. Usually the beaches here in Da Nang are like super clean. The city's really good about cleaning things up on a regular basis. But you can see the crew here. They're piling up the dirt and then scooping it up, putting it in wheelbarrows and trucks, and then trucking them away. This is just the beginning. If you look down there, we're about to head over there. There's maybe like 30 people cleaning as well. So where my house is right around, maybe around that point. So I drove all the way up this coast. I took a cab because I took a cab on the way home last night. So I had to take a cab this morning. I don't know if, actually maybe now, but earlier this morning, I don't know if you were able to even ride a bike on these streets. There was so much dirt piled up, so many branches and things that it was really hard for bikes to get through. Even riding in the Grab car, we were going really slowly, and it was really, really like bumpy like this, just because there were just so much debris and dirt and trash and random tires. I mean, for the locals and for the city, this is nothing. I think of like the 5 typhoons I've experienced here, this is like number 4 in terms of intensity. So it wasn't that intense at all. But there's just no protection from the wind out here on the coast. I'm getting sand in my toes. I'm literally walking on the sidewalk. I got sand on my toes. Yeah, completely covered. This whole area is completely covered. I mean, I guess we're closer to the sand here, so it's easy for it to blow up. Man, some of these palm trees even fell. There's a palm tree just floating in the water there. Hard at work, hard at work. The fishermen are back. I saw some people fishing up there as well. So the fishermen are back. Kind of the best time to go out is actually right after the storm. Like right after the storm, you know the weather's gonna be great and it's not gonna rain for a while. This is the day that if you're here on vacation and you're scared to go to Hoi An or Bana Hills or somewhere where you need to be outside, just wait until there's a storm. And then the day after the storm you can go. Then you don't have to worry about rain the whole day. Oh man, a lot of trash. Look at all these palm trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, the thing about these palm trees too is obviously they're not natural. They're like 2 perfect rows, right? The city plants these for like vibes, right? Even in like the popular tourist areas. We're super far up north, but in the popular tourist areas, all the palm trees are planted. They're brought in, planted all aesthetically. These ones still have the braces because their roots haven't set yet. And obviously if the roots haven't set yet, they'll fall over like this. So the city will come back. I think these, they'll probably just like plant them back in. Even over there, all the palm trees fell over. On the other side too, that's not sand, but that's just trees that fell over. Staff is clearing that up. This is a lot of dirt, by the way. I don't know if I could illustrate how deep this dirt is. Like it's a lot of dirt. And it's just coating this entire sidewalk. See the bricks poking through. So they're gonna clean all of this up. I think right now the priority is the streets. Again, check this out. That's a lot of dirt. It's 10:30 a.m. right now. I drove up around 8:30. So in the last 2 hours, I think they cleaned up like most of it. It's still in these piles, but they cleared it away from the street so that the cars and the bikes can at least, you know, there can at least be some through traffic. But yeah, this is what a typhoon looks like, or this is what the day after a typhoon looks like. Just a lot of cleanup. My guess is that these guys were out here at like 5 a.m. like really, really early. So I can only imagine what this looked like when they first got out here. I mean, I don't want to scare anybody off. It definitely looks a lot scarier than it actually was. For the people that are indoors, which is pretty much everybody, if you're inside your house, inside your hotel, like, it's nothing. You always hear about people getting hurt, but the primary reason that people get hurt is because they're out and about during the hurricane and they get hit by debris. So like a flying branch or a flying coconut or a flying piece of trash. That's generally how people get hurt. There are some areas in Da Nang that flood because they're below sea level. We talked about Hoi An, and there's some areas deep in town, but it's not in this entire peninsula. This entire peninsula is raised pretty high above sea level. So it'll be the last area to flood in this entire city. So you don't have to worry. Also, we got Lady Buddha deflecting the storms. So if a big typhoon comes, she'll just like, phew, phew. So we're good. Da Nang is obviously a really big tourist town, especially in this neighborhood. Primarily the people that come to these beaches are tourists, so it makes sense that the city is concentrating efforts over here. If you go into the local areas, again, it's not as bad. It just looks really bad because sand weighs nothing, so wind just kind of blows it all up onto this area. So most of this is just the wind blowing the sand up, the rain raining on it, and then it just like turns to mud. In the city, like in my neighborhood, you wouldn't even know that a typhoon hit. The city goes around and trims all the trees before typhoon season, and if a particularly big typhoon's about to hit, they'll come through and trim it even more. So I think in my neighborhood, I haven't seen a single branch that fell so far. Maybe some people left the flower pot out and the wind blew it over and it fell over and cracked. But other than that, you wouldn't know. Again, it's just the beach. And obviously Da Nang does have a little bit of a trash problem. And because we're super far up north, tourists don't really make it up this far. So they're not as good about cleaning up the trash. If you were down in that area, it wouldn't be as much trash. But there's a lot of trash here. But yeah, for the most part, everyone's going about the day like nothing happened. The second typhoon that was supposed to hit is not going to hit us. So we're good on that front. The second typhoon that was going to hit is going up north. So thoughts and prayers out to Taiwan. It's going to hit the Philippines again, and then it's going to go north up to Taiwan. I don't even think it's going to get close enough to us that we're going to get rain from it. So we might actually have like an entire week of just like this weather. Like, look at this. This is that like stereotypical perfect beach weather. Now don't look down. Just you know, stay above this eye line right here, and everything looks like a tropical paradise. Okay, I made a mistake. The problem with walking in one direction is eventually you gotta turn around and walk back. I've been walking for like 15 minutes, so now I gotta walk 15 minutes back. And what comes with nice weather is heat. It's getting kind of hot. At least there's a breeze. I don't know why I'm wearing long pants. We have a social at the residency today, so it's gonna be the first time that we're inviting in outside people. We're mostly inviting founders. So whether it's founders that are, you know, foreigners in Da Nang, local founders, local tech partners, we're kind of inviting them in, giving them the opportunity to see what's going on, see what this program looks like, and also just unwind a little bit. I think the average resident was working something like 14 hours a day, like some ridiculous number like that. And it makes sense, it's natural. A lot of these people, they flew 20 hours to get here. A lot of these people, it's their first time leaving the country. They're obviously very, very excited to be here. And one of the downsides of that is sometimes they push themselves a little bit too hard. So we're trying to give them a little bit of an outlet, a little bit of a way to say like, look, unwind a little bit, take your mind off the computer. I'm sure some of them will still work through the social. Like they're gonna go to their rooms and just keep working. But it's not a healthy pattern, and it's actually counterproductive, right? You actually end up burning out quicker. You end up being less productive. You end up doing less, being able to achieve less. So yeah, it'll be fun. It's also a way for us to kind of connect with the local ecosystem. This tech program, I don't know if I mentioned it in any of the videos, but it actually is in partnership with the city of Da Nang, the Department of Science and Technology, and the Startup Innovation Support Center, the Da Nang Startup Innovation Support Center, something like that. So this is something that's not just like a bunch of foreigners are coming and using this beautiful area to have their little house thing and then they all just disappear. We are working together with the government, working closely, talking about collaboration, talking about ways that we can kind of bring this Silicon Valley mindset to Da Nang and to help kind of like kickstart things. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do that single-handedly, but we just want to be one piece of the puzzle in this entire landscape of this like burgeoning tech ecosystem here in Da Nang. I don't have my wallet with me. I kind of want to like ask one of these random people, like, just, can you give me a ride like 3 blocks? And I'll pay you. It's hot. I'm not used to walking. I know this is a little bit of a one-dimensional video, but I thought it's kind of interesting. I've never seen it before. I'm sure a lot of you guys have never seen this before either. But it's a different side of Da Nang that isn't just, you know, fluff and positivity porn. It's pretty impressive how quickly they're cleaning things up though. Like, they're just on their scooters with their rakes. Am I almost there? Alright, 2 more blocks. Man, I just want to take my bike today and just like, maybe we'll see if the crew wants to go to Lady Buddha today It's not an all-day thing. We can just go there for like an hour. Get some coconuts. Some of the guys at the house, this is why I gotta be at the house. Some of the guys at the house ordered coconuts off Grab, but they ordered it from like a supermarket. I've never seen, I didn't even know you can get like packaged coconuts in Da Nang. They said it was super good, but there's no way that it was as good as like a fresh coconut that you just get on the side of the road. That's a good idea. Maybe we do that. Go up to Lady Buddha today, get some fresh coconuts up there, spend maybe an hour up there and then come down. Might be pretty fun. Wow, those guys are braving it. There's two uncles, maybe like 60, 70 meters into the ocean, dropping their net. So for them, the typhoon is over. They are going back to work, back to fishing. Oh, there's a lot of people on the beach. Wonder what they're doing. Looks like most of them are just like clearing away nets. But the two out there are definitely fishing. If you guys are in Da Nang and you guys are startup founders, it doesn't matter how small or how big your company is. If you're working on a startup, you're building your own company, you're a local founder, any of the above, let me know. Reach out to me, probably on Instagram is best, maybe on Twitter, aka X. We're planning to have these Friday socials probably like every week. We're not sure yet. This is gonna be the first one, and then we'll go from there. But if we do have them for the other Fridays, just send me a DM if you want an invite. I think we want to be more open, right? For most of the week, we have to keep a closed ecosystem in a closed container. It just doesn't make sense for the programming. People are just coming in and out. But maybe Friday nights, we want to reach out more to, the rest of the city. But that's going to be it for this walk. Signing out from the Hacker Residency Group Villa in Da Nang, Vietnam, post Typhoon 2025. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.